What's going on, sports card hobby family?
So let's get started with
another day, another sports card video. It's Sunday. We started our series last week, the 10 trading cards / sports cards, non-sports cards, the best ones I saw this past week. We'll talk about that. We've also got the new product releases coming out this week that we'll talk about thanks to WaxStat giving us that information, waxstat.com. Before I start, huge thanks to today's video sponsor, DC Sports 87. For me, for a lot of cards, I don't want to have to deal with the listing and the shipping and all of that sort of thing. So I will shoot those cards off to DC Sports 87. They run them at auction. Easy process, bada bing, bada boom. Check out DC Sports 87 if you want an alternative to selling cards on eBay yourself. All right, we're not wasting any time. The first card I want to talk about is a card I saw, Larry Johnson, flawless, 1/1 logo man autograph. This thing, so there's something about Larry Johnson. I know for a lot of people, this is just another basketball player, it's another NBA player. But for me, you have to lump these in to the time period that was 89 Upper Deck Ken Griffey Jr., the Hoops David Robinson rookie cards, actually the two of them, where he's holding up the jersey and then when he's shooting the free throw. Then there's the Larry Johnson 91 Upper Deck rookie card. When he came out, there's a lot of hype around Larry Johnson. And then, of course, you had Shaq in 92. Again, this was that last boom in sports cards, and he was one of these chase guys. And then, of course, on the football side, you have Barry Sanders and so forth. You know, you got these other folks. But this was one of those chase cards, that 91 Upper Deck card for Larry Johnson, that draft picks card. He was drafted by the Hornets, which again, if you go back in time, and people will remember this if you're my age, I'm 42, the starter jackets, the Charlotte Hornets starter jackets. I think every kid had them, even if you weren't a Hornets fan. Larry Johnson went to the Hornets. I think he finished up his career with the Knicks. This is a Knicks jersey card, but just cool. Logo man, autograph on card, just an unbelievable card. All right, next up, we've got a 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle. Ho-hum, whatever. It's just another 52 Topps Mantle. But wait one second. Although this is graded 1.5, a lower grade copy, it's autographed, and that autograph got an 8 grade through PSA, and most importantly, authenticated through PSA. This is kind of the thing, the differentiator that we've seen a lot over the last few years. The vintage cards that were autographed going back, they have really seen a rise in values. And then, of course, if you have folks that are still living, Roger Staubach, we'll just throw him out as an example. You're seeing a lot of people taking their Roger Staubach rookie cards or the second year, third year, whatever, and going and get those vintage cards autographed by him, slabbing them up. And it's a differentiator because, you know, Staubach's got a great rookie card, but there are a lot of them out there. He doesn't have an RPA or anything. And so this is a way to kind of spruce up the vintage card, is the autograph stuff. And so this stuff has just been going bananas here over the last couple of years with interest. All right, we'll mix it up. I said trading cards. 2005 Napoleon Dynamite John Heater, the dang flippin' sweet card autograph. I just thought the card looked really, really cool. And of course, you got a really nice on-card autograph, John Heater, and it is an autograph grade 10. For me, this is one of those really underrated comedy movies. Some people hate this movie. Oh, this is so dumb. I really like the creativity with this movie. I like that they took a chance on kind of this goofy comedy. I think it only cost like $400,000 in total to make. I actually think, if I had this right, Napoleon Dynamite is one of the most successful movies of all time monetarily, from a financial standpoint, because it costs so little to make it. These guys just didn't make any money, and then, of course, it exploded. It exploded globally. Of course, you got merchandise and all these different things. The folks that made that movie, that's kind of one of those indie movies that went absolutely bananas. I'll always remember it. It's always a good watch for me if I've got nothing. If I just want something dumb just to kind of sit and watch and laugh at, Napoleon Dynamite is just an all-time classic. All right, next up, let's go to the Barry Bonds 90s insert collector stuff. 1999 Skybox Molten Metal Fusion Titanium. Can you get any more metally things in here? Kryptonite, whatever, throw that in. Barry Bonds in a PSA 8. It's the gold version, numbered out of 50. Just an unbelievable looking card. I have some of the Platinum Portraits football stuff. That's really a lot of my 90s inserts. I know there's some guys that are all in on these baseball 90s inserts. DPZ, my buddy, has got a lot of that stuff on the Griffey side. He's all into that world and understands it. So, you know, you hear a lot about the basketball, the PMGs, and all of the 90s inserts. But, man, there are some serious baseball card collectors that are in on those 90s inserts as well. And this is one of those cards. Just looks amazing. Aesthetically, just an incredible looking card. Topps shared this kind of funny thing. Actually, they shared somebody else's share, I think, but it's a binder. Someone just has 87 Topps Will Clark cards, and it's just an entire binder of 87 Topps Will Clark. And Will Clark actually commented on it. I think Topps made other cards in 1987. It's kind of a funny thing I saw scrolling. I thought that I would include that here. Topps, of course, really highlighting kind of the history of their brand and going back the kind of those wood grain cards, those 87 Topps. The McGuire is such a popular card in that particular set. It's cool. It's nostalgic. And right now, nostalgia is absolutely everything. My brother sent me Saturday Night Live this last weekend, had Ryan Gosling on it, and there's a bunch of Beavis and Butthead skits. There's all sorts of nostalgia that's just tied in to everyday life now. I just saw the new Ghostbusters movie where, of course, they're bringing back a lot of the old guys. There is a wave of my age group that I think Hollywood and gaming, everyone has figured out, hey, make what these guys grew up with because it never gets old, and just keep on building off of it. Star Wars, Marvel, they just kind of keep on putting out content. And yeah, lately we've seen a little bit of fatigue, I think, but all in all, it's appreciated, and my age group really enjoys it. I think it's that 35 to 50-year-old age group that really enjoys this stuff. My buddy Darth Brzo on IG shared, I thought it was a cool card, 50s Rolling Stone card. This is one of these early Rolling Stones cards. He wrote an article on the Sports Card Dad website. Check out sportscarddad.com, but talking about just kind of the intricacies and the complexities around figuring out rookie cards, especially on non-sports stuff. And is, the character card the rookie card? Is it the first time the actor is on a trading card the rookie card? It's even more complex than what we see on the sports side. And there's so many sets that are just kind of hidden out there. Some of them are, global to where, the rookie card might have been an Argentinian card. It might have been made in Croatia. It might have made, we have all of these sort of complexities with non-sports, but that makes it a really fun market to collect and kind of to dive in and kind of look to see what is what in that space. All right, Pete Weber Leaf inscription card. This is not a new card, and I've mentioned this card on the channel before, but it popped up on my feed again this past week. Who do you think you are? I am. Pete Weber, one of these all-time great bowlers. I remember watching, going back to the late 90s, him and Walter Ray Williams on TV. There would be bowling tournaments that would pop up on ESPN, on kind of these off sports days. And I remember bowling, it was either Saturday afternoon or maybe it was Sunday afternoon off season when football and some of the other sports weren't playing. They would show, or maybe it was on ESPN2 or something, but I remember them showing a lot of pro bowling on TV. Maybe it was NBC or something, but it was always Walter Ray Williams Jr., Pete Weber, Parker Bone III. You had all these guys, and they had huge personalities. But the funny thing about bowling, of course, they're athletes in their own way, but these are kind of everyday guys. They're not benching 300 pounds, but they're all kind of unique. You know what it kind of reminds me of, actually, when you watch pro bowling? It's kind of like Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, where you have all these different characters in it. You got Glass Joe, you got Mike Tyson, you got all these different characters that are unique. That's kind of like pro bowling. So I love this card. I don't own one yet. I will. I feel like there's just too much heat on it right now. I almost want some time to go where people forget about this card, and then maybe I can get one on auction, catch one on auction. But it's a popular card, and it should be. It's just damn cool. All right, 2009, the Cup. We're right in the middle of the Masters, so we got to talk about a Tiger Woods card. It's got the freaking Nike logo patch. It's got an auto 10. It's just one of those really all-time cool-looking cards. It's 2009, the Cup. I actually met Tiger Woods in 2009 at a gym in Orlando. I have not met a lot of famous people, but I was working out on my lunch break, and there was a cardio club gym that was right next to my office. And because it was a smaller gym, kind of mom and pop gym, Tiger Woods would go there so that there wasn't 1,000 people around him trying to talk to him. And so it was literally me, him, and a few other guys there. It was amazing. I did go up. I did say, hey, I'm a big fan. I didn't ask for an autograph or anything. And we did do a fist bump. So I have fist bump with Tiger Woods. Awesome, awesome experience. All right. Immaculate Dennis Rodman 1 of 1. The one thing that stands out here is it's game used jersey from 1996 is what the post says here. And I think it's I pull some of these from Best Cards Ever, pops up on Twitter. So definitely follow Best Cards Ever on Twitter. Always just really cool stuff that they have running through it. And a lot of times too, I'll see a card that I didn't know about, and you kind of learn, oh, what is that? And it kind of takes you down a little bit of a rabbit hole, and you might see other cards that you like. So follow Best Cards Ever on Twitter, and you can just learn a lot about a variety of different cards. So that Rodman card, I think the one thing that kind of stuck out again was it's from the championship years. It's a 1/1. The logo man is from a jersey, immaculate, from the time when he was just really playing his best basketball with the Bulls. It's autographed. Some say it's kind of a lazy autograph. It's just kind of the DR autograph, but just overall, I thought that was a pretty cool card. Wanted to highlight it. All right, last but certainly not least, we've got a 2016 Topps Finest Hank Aaron Superfractor 1/1. All the things, and it's autographed on card. Hank Aaron, Hammer and Hank Aaron, such a legend. And these are the types of cards I know a lot of maybe vintage baseball folks say like, oh, I just really like the vintage and not really kind of the newer cards of these players. And I totally get that. I know Babe Ruth, Superfractors and stuff. It's like, I'd rather have the 33 Gaudy. But this is just a damn cool card. I mean, it's a Superfractor 1/1, but then the autograph is a little streaky, but Hank Aaron had a good autograph. I just think the card overall just really aesthetically looks nice, so I wanted to showcase it here. 2016 Topps Finest Hank Aaron autographed Superfractor 1/1. All right, we'll round out with some of the new releases we've got coming up this week thanks to waxstat.com. You can figure out at any given moment, the site is updated 3, 4, 5 times a day, approximately, with current pricing for boxes. So you can kind of very quickly see, okay, what's going on with new releases as well as some past releases as well. So definitely check out waxstat.com. On deck this week, 2023-24 Upper Deck Black Diamond Baseball Hobby Boxes. 23-24 Revolution Chinese New Year, popular for basketball fans. Those boxes are coming out. 2023 Leaf Magnificence, and 2023 Upper Deck Fleer Ultra Marvel Wolverine cards are coming out. I know Marvel card collectors are going to be excited about that particular release. Guys, thank you very much for hanging out with me here. I hope that you had an amazing weekend. Stay healthy, stay awesome, and I will talk to you again later.